one strike away from stranding the two base runners. And again, time is called. Skolnicki works out of the stretch. And he delivers. And it's pulled on the left side, flanging it down to his left. Parks throws on the run and got him at second base. That's a nice play by Parks. Lewandowski was there to cover, and the Golden Flashes strand two. EMU doesn't score. Kent State coming to bat. Riley Hawkins will lead it off. Kent State going at it in a scoreless game. First chance they get a look at Luke DeVenny. He misses wide here for ball one. The next pitch is just a little bit low and away. 2-0 on Hawkins, who comes in hitting .312. The pitch is in there, 2-1. DeVenny this year in 72 and a third innings has allowed 21 earned runs, striking out 46 and allowing 29 walks. He's wide for ball three. Opponents hitting .278 against him. Good numbers for the righty. Here's the next pitch. It's pulled on the right side. Big high hop for Schenker off of first. He'll feed DeVenny, and on a 3-1 pitch, Hawkins rolls over and bounces out weakly for the first out.
Batting second, in center field, number 11, Mason Mamarella.
Luke DeVenny is 6 feet 185 out of Des Moines. Dowling Catholic. Veteran EMU arm as Mamarella drops a bunt down foul. Mamarella hitting .333 on the year, and it's a line drive to center, but right at the center fielder, Nate Jones. That was a bullet, but right at him.
Batting third in right field, number 13, Nick Canavas.
Nick Canavas 2 on, or make it 2 outs, nobody on. Steps in from the right side and spins away from a ball. The next offering, down low and away. And the count is 2-0. Devaney's next offering is topped over the mound, charging at second Hager. Gloves, throws, and the Golden Flashes have a quiet first inning. So settle in, great to have you with us at the end of one. Eagles and Flashes, no score. There's a ball pulled into the right field side, base hit, past the dive of Lewandowski, and the leadoff batter reaches for the second straight inning. He didn't hit it hard, but just pulled it right between Lewandowski and Hamilton.
Batting seventh in right field, number 15, Jared Kaufman.
Ball State comes into play just 2 games behind KSU in the standings. They're now the lone second place club. Miami losing ground. High fly ball right side, giving chase as Hamilton. This ball headed out of play, and it sticks in the rough. All that rain we had, you could almost see the grass growing. One strike. Skolnicki from the stretch, checks and fires. Line drive, right center field, that's a gapper. Down it goes, and on the wet carpet, it's going to roll a while. Schenker on his way to third, will be waved around. Throw is going to be cut off in the middle. Nope, it rolls through. Eagles are on the board first on a one-strike ripple to right field. Into the gap, and Jared Kaufman has put the Eagles on the board first.
Batting eighth at second base, number 23, Devin Hager.
Bowling Green has finally stopped its losing streak. The Falcons knock off Northern Illinois 7-5 today. that is, to this point, the only final. Been a wild one in Athens. OU and Western are 9-8. Bobcats on top. Central Michigan and Miami in a very important series, tied at 2-2. Pitch misses high as he was showing bunt. They squeezed yesterday in the traditional sense. And we were 90 minutes late in getting started on this Saturday. The pitch, there's the squeeze. Well, it looked like the squeeze. He pops it out of play into the dugout. The runner was coming, but it looked like a jab, not much of a bunt. 1-1. The squeeze yesterday came with an 0-1 count. And the 1-1 is high. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at third, and the pitch is high, 3-1. Still nobody out here in this second inning, and Skolnicki had to work hard to get out of it last inning. Here's the set. And the pitch. And it's in there, full count. Three-two pitch, fouled back, and we'll keep it 3-2. Once again, a 3-2 count, and the pitch is fouled away.
Keep winning pitches. Come on.
Runner at third is Kaufman. Nobody out. Eagles already up a run in the second. The pitch. Up the middle to the shortstop Hollander. Gloves in back of second and throws him out. Kaufman scores, and the Golden Flashes deficit grows to 2 in the second. Now, they played the infield back because they don't want a monster inning. It's already a crooked number, though. It's a good, intelligent play right there. Get that run in from third. Didn't try to do too much. And here's Jeff Timko taking high for ball 1. The next pitch, and that's low. Saw Joey Murray yesterday kind of labor in the early innings and then find a nice groove to get the Golden Flashes some innings as that pitch is in there, a strike, 2-1. Same thing can absolutely happen for Skolnicki. We saw that a couple of starts ago at Toledo. 2-1 pitch is driven to right. Canavas going back, but he's got it measured. And a nice head-high catch for the second out.
Hey, top here. Top. Yes, Kay.
Top of the order, center fielder Nate Jones.
First pitch to Nate Jones, a buckler, a strike 1. So KSU, which spent the majority of the game yesterday coming from behind, will have to do it again today. The pitch is swung on and missed. It's the best breaking ball he's thrown. The fortunate thing is it's so early, but KSU is down a couple of sticks. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice work from Skolnicki, but the Eagles strike for 2. And in the middle of the second, Eastern Michigan leads Kent State 2-0.
Number 26, David Parks.
Haven Parks leads it off. KSU down a pair as the middle of Jeff Duncan's lineup comes to the plate. Parks taking an outside corner, strike 1. Flashes went 1-2-3 in the first, despite a couple of good hitters counts. They worked ahead 3-1 and 2-0. The 0-1 here is down and away, 1-1. Parks hitting .284, second on the club with 43 RBIs, and he's able to take ball 2 high and wide, 2-1. Now the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball hit weakly on the right side. He really jammed him. Hager, the second baseman, charges in and takes care of Parks for the first out. I'll tell you what, that's 3 times already in the first 4 hitters of the game where Devaney has thrown a really good pitch in a hitter's count and gotten it out.
Batting 5th, designated hitter number 28, Michael Turner.
And the Golden Flashes will need to make an adjustment. First pitch is in there, a breaking ball strike. And the 0-1. And it's bounced to third. Head high hop for Owings. And the throw to first. Bobbled, but picked on the clean hop by Schenker. 2 quick outs on the ground balls.
Batting 6th at second base, number 5, Greg Lewandowski.
Four of the 5 outs have been ground balls so far. And ball 1 delivered here. Not what the Golden Flashes had in mind after losing yesterday's game. Drops in there, strike 1. Losing yesterday, losing a game in the standings, and then falling behind early today, 2-0. The 1-1, swing and a miss, pulled the string, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2, high, wouldn't chase, 2-2. Bases empty, 2 gone at 2-2 count. And the pitch takes low, it's a full count. The set and the 3-2, and it's a little bit low and away, ball 4. And the Golden Flashes have their first base runner, bringing up Pete Schuler.
Batting 7th, Flashes catcher number 17, Pete Schuler.
Home finale tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Senior Day. Make sure you arrive early to take in the pregame ceremony as Pete Schuler takes ball 1. Golden Flashes have a lot of names to. Now Wayne Krause is hearing it from the Eastern Michigan dugout, and he says, "Don't make me warn this dugout, that's it." So, Wayne, we missed you yesterday. Comes in today, and there's a new Marshall in town. There's a line drive on 2 hops, base hit through the left side. Schuler goes the other way, and he picks up Kent State's first hit. I would imagine that Eric Roof and company were not particularly pleased with the ball 4 call to Greg Lewandowski.
Batting 8th, first baseman number 25, Brad Hamilton.
That's got to be a nightmare for a home plate umpire to have to yank the mask off at each dugout before the end of the 2nd inning. The first pitch here is a breaking ball strike. Here's the next pitch, and a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Both runners are going to move up, but it's now 0-2. So that'll be a wild pitch. And an 0-2 count with the tying run at second base. And 2 down. Devaney is ready. He pitches. High fastball. A ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. The pitch. Breaking ball bounced it in. 2-2. So it's 0-2 now to 2-2. Center fielder Nate Jones playing very deep, but not so much for Jared Kaufman in right. 2-2. And strike 3 on the breaking pitch. Down and away. 2 runners are left, and it's 2-0 Eagles after 2. It's a 2-0 ball game as we head for the 3rd. Golden Flashes on the short end, and Jared Skolnicki back to work against Max Schumann, and he's the tooth hitter.
Leading off for the Eagles, the shortstop, Max Schumann.
Schumann 0 for 1. Popped up to first his first time up. And we're ready to go. Here's the lefty's pitch, and it's down and in. It's hard to see when Brad Hamilton was called out on strike. He kind of reacted, but I don't know if he was mad at the call, as this is a cue shot to first. Brad's got it going to his right. On a line, it's out number 1, but it's hard to tell if he was mad at himself for letting it go by or whether he didn't like the location. He doesn't say very much, if anything, to the men in blue, or in this case black. Who knows?
Third baseman, Zach Owings.
First pitch is in there to Zach Owings. Flashes have had a tough time getting this guy out. He swings and misses here, though. And it's quickly 0-2. Now the left-hander's pitch. Reached for it, bounced it back over the mound. Charging Lewandowski, throws off balance, not in time. Infield hit. Greg did everything he could, but Owings runs really well. And he was sniffing a base hit. Second, he had it bounce over the mound.
Hold up right here.
Designated hitter, John Renzel Jr.
Here's John Renzel Jr. Eagles now have 4 hits off Skolnicki, who tosses to first. The next pitch, there's a strike to the corner. And it's 0-1. There's a swing and a drive down the left field line, twisting, foul. Tried to float one the other way and almost tucked it inside that left field line, but he missed it. It's 0-2.
It's a long, loud strike.
Here's the set. Time is called at the plate.
Stand in and hit the ball. Come on.
Left-hander against left-hander. Boy, we got some crabby people out here today. Throw to first. You can hear them on the. I don't know if anybody slept well last night. People are disgruntled and chirping. I don't know if it's the weather or. My goodness, we got some bad apples out here. Started with Wayne Krause, the 0-2. Popped out of play. He comes in and starts bossing people around. Grumpy folks in the seats. I think it's probably weather related. 0-2. 1 out. And the pitch. Ripped up the middle, over the head of the shortstop Hollander on a bounce. That'll be first and third as the throw is late to third base. It's first and third with 1 out on the single to center. It nicked the mound on the way by, and that caused it to take an abnormally high bounce. Now we've got words being exchanged between the third baseman Parks and Owings, who slid in there, and the umpiring crew quickly coming in to intervene. Spencer Schmidt's doing the same thing, but I'll say this. Hollander might have had a shot at least one out, but it took such a high bounce off the mound. It went right over his head. It was hit very hard.
Catcher Nick Jones.
And it's hit number 5 already. And we are in the third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Eagles have squeezed a show bunt, but the runner wasn't coming. Ball 1. All right, I'm seeing now, when Owings slid in there, wow, that's what got you upset? Parks, here's the bunt, pushed up the first. This is the safety squeeze. Skolnicki gloves it and tags him on the way, but that allows Owings to score. Rensel goes to second base. It's 3-0 with 2 outs. Nice play by Skolnicki, but the bunt was a good one. Jones is out, but he gets an RBI.
First baseman Colton Shanker.
But on the slide, Parks kind of held the glove as it's fouled out of play to the midsection, you know, just in case he slides past the bag or pops off. And evidently Owings didn't like it, kind of took a jab. Not much of one, but here's the set. A look back in the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And of course, remember there was some bad blood in the 2 years Mark Vandermeed was the head coach when the 2 series played in Ypsilanti. But I don't know why there was necessary for Owings to do that. He's already spoken loud enough with the bat. Swing and a miss by Shanker, but the Eagles are adding on, and the Golden Flashes had better wake up because it's 3-0, and the Eagles have come to play again here today. Golden Flashes yet again trailing 3-0 as Luke DeVenny inherits this lead and delivers a first pitch that's fouled off on a bunt try. The 0-1. Outside, it missed. 1-1. Flashes have only 1 hit so far. This is going to complete the first time through the lineup. The 1-1. And it's tapped foul at the plate, 1-2. Hollander has this year collected 28 hits and 133 at-bats, has 2 home runs, 22 knocked in. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Took him out. And that's back-to-back strikeouts.
Top of the order, left fielder Riley Hawkins.
Riley Hawkins stands in, took a ball down and in. Golden Flashes went a long way yesterday trying to find that spark, and they just never had it. They'll need another one today, at least one pitch outside, 2-0. They didn't seem like they had a lot of energy in the ball game from the outset yesterday, and it's kind of the same feeling today. You had a 90-minute delay. You have a couple of guys who are injured. That's a shot on the ground foul. But Golden Flashes as a club did meet maybe right before the game was scheduled to start and had a players-only meeting. But they have fallen behind here in the early going. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Right now, Luke Devaney has KSU guessing at the plate. The 2-2 pitch is outside, full count. Eastern Michigan is trying to become the 3rd team in the league this year to come to Schoonover Stadium and win a series. Ball State did it, OU did it, and the 3-2 is fouled back. It's kind of an anomaly, in that the Golden Flashes normally don't lose series, period, much less at home. Now they have been able to offset that with a bunch of sweeps as the payoff pitch misses wide for ball 4. And because they've played so doggone well on the road.
Center fielder Mason Bibarella.
So another walk. It's the second walk issued by Devaney. And Hawkins is on with 1 out. Mamarella hit the ball very hard his first time up, but right at Nate Jones in center field. Pitch to him here is high and wide for ball 1. Now Derek Simmons is screaming that Devaney didn't stop.
5 times. Wayne, 5 in a row.
They're wanting him to balk, so obviously Nick Jones runs out from his catcher's spot to say, listen, now that the umpires are looking for it, maybe we ought to stop. You don't see Derek Simmons react like that. He's ready. And he will step off and throw to first. One and 0 the count. The pitch bounced off the pitcher's glove. Karams to second. High toss to second. He's on the bag for the out. And they do get Hawkins. How about this? Both managers are going to argue. Jeff Duncan thinks he was, and Eric Roof runs out, so he beats him there. Or is he no, he's checking on his shortstop. Eastern Michigan didn't like the cleats being up high. So Jeff Duncan is coming out to talk with Jay Myers, who he had a disagreement with yesterday. Pretty much all game. But that goes 1-4-6 on the fielder's choice. Jeff Duncan is demonstrating he might not leave this park, or I mean he might not leave the field until Jay Myers throws him out. And it might be coming. He's getting in his face and gesturing to second base, and with his hands in his pockets, Myers walks away. They're not going to do it. Oh, we just got to look at the replay. That wasn't even close. He was not on the bag. And that wasn't even remotely close. Wow. I thought it was a lot closer than that. It was a behind the back glove flip from the second baseman Hager and a good play, but no way was Schumann on the bag. And that was a blown call.
Right fielder, Nick Canavas.
And the breaks going against the Golden Flashes in the first 2 games of this series. And strike 1. Close play as Mammarella has to dive back.
Go, Nick. Run away.
The 0-1 high and wide. They throw back to first, and diving head first is Mammarella. Well, it's great to see Mason Mammarella down on the field before the game. He had a chance to visit with his old skipper, Rick Remblack, who, of course, recruited him from Dover and then coached him over in Zippyland for a while. The 1-1. Line drive, base hit, center field on a hop. Mammarella stops at second.
Third baseman, Payman Parks.
So the tying run up the plate with 2 down. Golden Flashes trying to take advantage of an inning in which they've only been given 2 outs to work with. Devaney is, again, for the second straight inning, trying to strand 2 base runners. Spins off, but nobody covered second base. You can do that at second, but you can't do that at first.
Let's go, Pave. Let's go. Spin this game, man. Run away.
First pitch will be inbound to Parks. Devaney brings it home, and it's low. Two on, 2 outs, 3-0 Eagles in the third. Devaney ready with an 1-0 rather. Looks at second base and pitches. Parks takes it low as it bounced in there, 2-0. Devaney has had some issues getting ahead in the count early on. This is the second time through the lineup. Good speed aboard for the Golden Flashes. The pitch, way up high, ball 3. Michael Turner is the on-deck batter. The pitch, strike 1 called, or was it? Nope, I beg your pardon. Ball 4. I thought Wayne Krause was going up with a right arm, but it's ball 4 to load the bases. And we're going to get a mound visit. Golden Flashes have put the tying run on. And Michael Turner, 0 for 1, will step to the plate. Inning started with a strikeout, then a walk, then a debated fielder's choice. Single to center, now a walk. And Michael Turner, who grounded out his first time up, will step to the plate.
designated hitter, Michael Turner.
Devaney kept his pitch count in good shape early, but now he's laboring. He's thrown 50. One and 0. The pitch, way outside, ball 6. In comes the third baseman, Zach Owings. Back-to-back innings, the Golden Flashes have mounted a 2-out threat. Last weekend, Michael Turner hit his first collegiate home run. The 2-0. Ball 3 high. Devaney is now in danger of missing for the 8th straight time. Turner will be taking at least one. The pitch. Strike called at the top of the zone. It's 3-1. And you still have to be selective here. The righty is ready and he pitches. High for ball 4. And the Golden Flashes get a run. Amarella trots in, stamps his foot on the corner of home plate, and the Golden Flashes are in flight here on this Saturday. They trail it 3-1.
Second baseman, Greg Lewandowski.
Now the tying run is in scoring position, and the EMU bullpen will soon have activity. He has walked 3 men in the inning. The pitch, way outside, ball 1. And you wonder what this inning would be like had the right call been made at second base. Lewandowski might be taking until he sees a strike. The pitch. He bangs it on the ground right to the shortstop. The flip to second. And you just have to be a little bit more selective than that in that situation. It's the pitcher who's in trouble, not you as a hitter. Golden Flashes are given one back, but they still trail it by 2 as we go to the 4th. He delivers to Jared Kaufman, who laces a base hit down the left field line. Hawkins will backhand to cut it off and hold Kaufman to a single. Already 6 hits. And the last thing you can do now is let Eastern Michigan any kind of momentum back after you got a gift run in the bottom of the third.
Second baseman Devin Hager.
And Hager will bat. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And the pitch. He squares and pushes it back to the mound. Skolnicki with a little grenade-type toss to first base for the out, and it's a 4th inning sacrifice.
Left fielder Jeff Timko.
So now EMU gives itself 2 chances to get that run right back. The pitch, and it just missed inside. Ball 1. Prince Track Athlete of the Year. He spent some time working in the Kent State Sports Information Office. The 1-0, and it's in there. 1-1. It's a final. Boy, the Cardinals gave it a go, but Toledo hangs on 5-4. So a modicum of good news for the Golden Flashes. The magic number is now 3. Second place team lost. So now if the Golden Flashes can find a way to rally, they take that 3-game lead back and take the magic number down to 2. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good heat that time. It's 1-2.
Yes, you got all the bump loops. You did good.
Skolnicki nearing the 60 pitch mark. 4th inning, 3-1 Eagles lead it. Runner at second and 1 out. Time called again.
6:37.
Now the look back. Holds that pose and delivers. And it's a swing and a foul at the plate, and that whacks Pete Schuler, who's the latest Golden Flash to get banged up. Drew Phillips sprinting out. Jeff Duncan will soon join. His athletic training staff member. Got him on the inside of the right leg, I think. He looks like he'll be all right. Get a chance to visit with Nick Elson before today's game. He needed 6 stitches to cover a gash above his eye, and he looks like he went a full extended 10 rounds with Rocky overnight. But he was in good spirits and happy to be back on the field. The pitch, a swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 down. Nick yesterday was trying to bunt and took a pitch right to the face. He had no protection. Mike Birkbeck is popped out of the dugout, and he's going to the bullpen. We'll be right back. $18, 1-8.
Let's go.
base for the Golden Flashes, coming to the pitch, number 18, Connor Ullerstein.
Connor Wollersheim is coming in. Now he and Jared Skolnicki have kind of been platooning the Saturday games, if you will. Woolery has started 7 games this year. He's also appeared now 5 times out of the pen. He's 3-2 with an ERA of 4.24. Has struck out 37 and walked 13 in 46 and 2/3 innings. And opponents are only hitting .234 against him. The left-hander is coming in to try to hold this deficit at 2 runs. And he'll be facing left-handed hitter Nate Jones at the top of the lineup. Skolnicki gave up so far 3 runs on 6 hits. He's still in charge of Kaufman, who's at second base. There are 2 outs. Golden Flashes falling behind 3-0 in this game, getting a run back last inning. And they want to keep it right there to continue the comeback trail.
Center fielder Nate Jones.
Big moment right here. Can the Eagles take momentum back, or do the Golden Flashes keep it a 2-run game? And the left-hander checks and pitches. And a big breaking ball, just a bit low, maybe outside, ball 1. Brad Hamilton will back up and go maybe 1 step toward the line at first. The 1-0, and that's in there. Jones kind of spun away, but it was across the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Left-hander against left-hander. Runner at second, 2 down. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Organists thought there were 3 strikes. Nope. We need 3 at this level, son. The 1-2. Now you can tickle the ivories. Swing and a miss. Inning over. And the Golden Flashes trail by 2. We go down to the bottom of the fourth, and Luke Devaney is back at it. 3-1. Eagles lead it, and Pete Schuler is 1 for 1 in the ball game, singling, and now he bounces it sharply on the right side for Hager, sliding down to grab it and throw him out.
1, 2, 3, Snoop Doggy Dogg like the dragons at the door.
First baseman Brad Hamilton.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble.
2 pitches on the last, or I should say 2 outs on the last 2 pitches Luke Devaney has thrown. He delivers, and he's going to get a 3rd out as it's bounced to third base, and the throw is in time to get Hamilton. And see, this is what the Golden Flashes didn't do last inning, and they got a run. They were patient, they had long at-bats, and here it's almost like they can't get that ball in play fast enough. Wow.
Shortstop Josh Hollander.
That, to me, that's a clear indication of a club that is trying to do a little bit too much. Strike 1 called. Now Hollander has to have a long at bat and give Wollersheim a chance to catch his breath. That was just the 3rd pitch of the inning. And it's a strike to the outside corner, quickly 0-2. The 0-2, breaking ball hangs high and in. A ball and 2 strikes. The delivery. Air mails it to the backstop. Right past Jones. It's 2-2. Number 9 hitter Josh Hollander, strikeout victim his first time. And the pitch. He lines it up the middle into center field, a base hit, 2 out. Base runner for the Golden Flashes.
The fielder Riley Hawkins.
Right-hander delivers, and Hawkins went to bunt, took a pitch down low below the knees for what is called strike 1. Riley was miffed at times last night on a couple of pitches that he thought were low. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Hey, battle up, 7.
Runner at first and 2 down. It's an 0-2 count and a throw over. The right-hander is ready, and his 0-2 pitch. Swinging a little flare out to left center. That's going to drop. Base hit. On his way to third, and the throw is no good. Hollander's in there. Good read by Josh Hollander, and with 2 outs, he can go. And again, the Golden Flashes mount a 2-out scoring threat. Both hits in the inning have come after the hitter was down 0-2.
Center fielder Mason Mammarella.
The question is, does Jeff Duncan risk sending Riley Hawkins, who is above average in the speed department, and would the Eagles throw through? Not going, and the first pitch is bounced to short. The shovel off to second, and there you see the difference in at-bats. The 3 outs in the inning were made on the very first pitch of the at-bat. The 2 singles came when the hitters worked the count. 3-1 game after 4.
To lead off the fifth inning for EMU will be the shortstop, Max Schumann.
This game goes to the fifth, and Connor Wollersheim, with his first full inning of work, goes at it against Max Schumann, the shortstop. 2, 3, and 4 hitters are coming up. A righty and then back-to-back lefties as he misses low. Ball 1. The 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. One and one. The pitch. Schumann taps it off the plate toward third. High hop Parks. Gloves, throws for the out.
Hey, Wayne! Wayne, get him in the running lane!
He's inside the line.
It's on the fucking green! Well, we watched it last night.
Got clobbered yesterday.
All we're asking, just play by the
I
rules.
thought you were better than that to talk about last night.
Third baseman, Zach Owings.
I'm sorry. Come on. We gotta be defensive.
Really?
Gotta love the dugout, Mike. It just brings so much. As that pitch is in there, a called strike. Here we go.
This is a dugout warning. Your dugout's
Why?
been warned now.
Why?
Because I'm just not going to listen to the chirping. The dugout has been warned. Can I
Hey, hey, you had to wait a pitch? Why are you waiting a pitch? We didn't say anything after that.
warning the dugout because I'm not
We
going to
didn't say
listen to the
anything
chirping.
after that.
It's that
We did not say anything after
The pitch. Fouled back. A dugout warning. Smoke him if you got him, Wayne. All he's done is alert the Golden Flashes bench. Strike 3 called. Owings will grab some bench. That's out number 2.
Designated hitter, John Renzel Jr.
Mike Birkbeck bringing up the 45-foot lane rule that the Golden Flashes had an issue with last night, and seemingly once every 2 or 3 years, of course, made forever famous by Derek Toadvine's bunt against Texas in 2011, leading to the ejection of Scott Strickland in that regional game. Pitch low and away, 1-1. They felt that the reason those two collided was because of the violation. The 1-1, or lack thereof, is inside, 2 balls and a strike. So Mike Birkbeck was saying on that previous hitter, he was running inside the line. One thing that umpires won't tolerate is that's fouled away down the line. They will not tolerate any references to a previous game. That's usually a straight ejection. And that's when he ripped his mask off and said, I thought you were better than to talk about last night. And of course, Wayne Krause wasn't even here last night. The 2-2. Breaking ball got him, struck him out. Wollersheim looks brilliant here in the 5th and at the halfway point with the pot boiling. It's 3-1 Eagles.
Leading off for the Golden Flashes in the 5th inning, the right fielder, Canada.
We go to the bottom of the 5th, where it's 3-1 Eastern Michigan on top of Kent State, and it's Nick Canavas leading off. He'll take a breaking ball strike. EMU 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. KSU 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and a warning. Here's the 0-1, and it's down and away, 1-1. The next pitch bounced back up the middle, but they've got him played perfectly. Hager at second was shaded up the middle. He'll throw out Canavas. Boy, have the Golden Flashes grounded out a boatload today.
This is the anthem.
Third baseman, Payman Parks.
Two girls, that's a tandem. She gonna do it all for me when the bands come.
10 ground ball outs, and we are only in the 5th. And there's another one on the first pitch. Parks is out number 2. Right side, and Hager takes care of him. And right now, Devaney isn't much better than 50-50 as far as balls to strikes. Golden Flashes, they just are way too aggressive. Here's Michael Turner. He's thrown 5 pitches now in the inning. Strike called, it's 0-1. That's what happened last inning. He got the first 2 outs easily, and then the Golden Flashes mounted a threat. But all of their threats today have come after 2 men were out. It's so hard to get that consistent 2-out hit, and they have not had it today. 3-1 Eagles. The pitch is taken low and in for ball 2, 2-1. Now the 2-1 offering, and it's lashed foul out of play to the left. It's 2-2. And we saw what happened with Hollander and Hawkins. They came up, got behind in the count, battled, and then were able to reach on base hits. But before and after, it's been first pitch outs. Two and two the count on Turner. The pitch, and he taps a weak ground ball foul to stay alive, and these are the kind of at-bats you need. Turner walked with the bases loaded in the 3rd to account for Kent State's only run so far. We've talked about it. The Golden Flashes have not been a great come from behind team this year. The good news is they haven't had to do it very often as this is fouled away. They've primarily been leading in games, so not a lot of sample size, but the 2-2, and it was behind Michael Turner. Did that hit him? Yes, it did. It grazed his back pants side, says home plate umpire Wayne Krause, and that's a 2-out base runner.
Second baseman, Greg Lewandowski.
First pitch to Lewandowski, and he offered at it. Now Turner's hung off between first and second with a 2-run deficit. He makes it out on the bases. I just don't understand it. 3-1, we go to the 6th.
Leadoff assist.
One strike on leadoff batter Nick Jones here in the inning, and now he takes a second strike. 0-2. Nothing in 2 as he took a couple of early strikes. And Wollersheim's next pitch is over the inside corner. He strikes out. And Wollersheim has fanned 3 in a row. First baseman Colton Schenker. Left-hander against left-hander. 3-1 Eagles in the 6th inning. And the pitch is low, ball 1. Next pitch, sailing down and away, 2-0. Connor is ready. Here's his 2-0. And a breaking ball inside. It's 3-0. The pitch. And it's in there, automatic, 3-1. And the next offering from Wollersheim is bounced at the plate, but foul, full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Inside, a breaking ball missed, and high. It's a one-out walk.
Right fielder Jared Kaufman.
Long look in for Wollersheim. Of course, Kaufman is just now getting into the box. Schenker will draw a throw over. Wollersheim came in the 4th. He checks the runner and fires, and it's runner going and a pitch inside and no throw. Meanwhile, the Golden Flashes haven't been able to run since before the Bowling Green series. And the big reason why Bowling Green, number 1, held them in check last weekend. And in this series so far, it's hard to run when you're down. It's too risky. The 1-0. High and wide. Now all of a sudden Wollersheim can't find the strike zone after peppering it since he came in. He's walked a man, allowed a stolen base, and now a 2-0 count on the second straight hitter. The 2-0, and it's a high strike. 2-1. Well, that's a big, big run at second base. 3-1 game at the moment. And the 2-1 offering. Swinging a high fly ball, right center, not deep. It'll be Mamarella under it to catch it. Here's Schenker tagging. The throw is late, and he slid past the bag for the out. And he is violently protesting, and how he didn't get thrown out, I don't know. Schenker pounding the ground in front of third base and somehow doesn't get tossed. Well, you don't see players get away with that very often, and Rob Wrights is telling him to get in the dugout. Then Spencer Schmitz tried to get in front of him and save him from getting thrown out of the game, but you just don't see players get away with things like that. Coaches one thing, but not players. It is a double play to end the inning and an assist for Mason Mamarella. 3-1 our score to the bottom of the 6th.
For the Golden Flashes, second baseman Greg Lewandowski.
First pitch to Greg Lewandowski is a called strike. Next pitch from the righty is inside. We got to look at the replay and had every right to be upset, did Colton Schenker. He did not slide over that. He did originally, but he got back on before the tag, and they missed that call. Strike 2 called. It's 1-2 on Lewandowski. Right-hander's next offering, taken down and away, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And it's pulled on the ground, another ground ball out. Max Schumann will throw him out or mark that one out here in the 6th. I don't know that I've seen a Kent State team hit into this many ground ball outs in a game, maybe ever. So consistently in a game.
Catcher Pete Schuler.
Here's Pete Schuler taking a strike. Kent State has not once today in 6 tries put the leadoff batter on. The 0-1 down and in, 1-1. They have 4 hits, but not at the right time. The 1-1 down and in again. It's 2 balls and a strike. They have lacked that clutch hit, that big run-producing hit in the first 2 games of this series. There's a long way to go in this one, though. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. But we told you the Golden Flashes don't exactly have great numbers when trailing late. Schuler working ahead in the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch to him. And he swings and hits a fly ball to center field. Giving chases Jones. Over his head it goes. Hits the base of the wall. Base hit. He'll stop at second base with a 1-out double. And did that ball have some carry to it? Jones was playing in too.
First baseman Brad Hamilton.
So now at least the tying run will bat the rest of the inning with only 1 out. This would be a pristine time for Brad Hamilton to join the double-digit home run club. He's sitting on 9. Pitch to him is a knee-high strike to the outside. 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded out. 3-1 Eagles in the home half of the 6th. The set and the pitch. Down and in it goes. It's a 1-1 count.
There's no flag down there.
Right-hander delivers, and it's swung on and fouled off to the right.
Brad almost just fell and skids out of the park.
The 1-2. Down and in. It's a 2-2 count. Two and 2 the count. Swinging a foul back. And the count stays 2-2. Schuler at second with 1 out. Time is called by Brad Hamilton, who represents this game's tying run. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased ball 3. Brad has just not been able to lay off pitches out of the strike zone. Shortstop Josh Hollander. And again, KSU still searching for that clutch RBI hit. Can it come from Hollander, who singled his last time up? Devaney's pitch, and it's low.
Go, Josh.
The 1-0 is backhanded low and away. 2-0 the count. Three to 1 hour score. Eagles have out hit the Golden Flashes 6-5. We've had errorless baseball so far. 2-0 to Hollander. Bounced it in there and a ball 3. Only in the first inning did Kent State not have a base runner. They've had runners on in every inning since. The 3-0. That's low, ball 4, and it's another inning where they have 2 on with 2 out. Tying run is on.
All right, Riley. It's out there. Come on, Riley.
Left fielder Riley Hawkins. This is the 4th time in the 6 innings where the Golden Flashes have had multiple runners on. Scott Granzato, who we saw yesterday, is warming up, the lefty, as Devaney will make pitch number 99 to Riley Hawkins after allowing a double and a walk. 2 down. Eagles up 3-1, 6th inning. The pitch, way outside. Ball 1. His 100th pitch, he'll be inbound. Here it comes. Swinging a high drive, center field, pretty well hit. Jones going back, still going back at the warning track, makes the catch. Long out, and 2 more are left as the Golden Flashes continue to sputter offensively. 6 in the books, it's 3-1 EMU. Leading off for the Eagles in the 7th inning will be the second baseman, Devin Hager. 7th inning is upon us, and Connor Wollersheim will go back to work. KSU pitching has been effective today between Skolnicki and now especially Wollersheim, but the bats are absent. And a popped-up bunt, it'll reach the seats. In fact, it will not. It'll land in the area between the chairbacks and the metal bleachers. Strike 1 on the foul ball. Golden Flashes offensively just can't seem to start a rally at the beginning of an inning. It's always been with 2 outs, and they are not getting that clutch hit. The 0-1 is ripped to right. Canavas coming in, makes a head-high catch on a bullet off the bat of Hager. Left fielder Jeff Timko.
No. We're talking about when we were at your game in Kentucky and how I have that.
Jeff Timko is 0 for 2 in the game, batting 9th.
She was like thinking about
He has flown out and he has struck out.
tail was attached like in the back of the hole, so I would have gone full.
Here's the pitch, and it's taken at the knees, a called strike.
And like everyone was watching us.
3-6 and nothing for EMU, 1-5 and nothing for KSU. Those are the 6-inning totals. The 0-1 outside, and the count evens at 1-1. The next pitch, and a breaking ball nicks the corner, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch to Timko is inside. He backs him off the plate, 2-2. Wollersheim since the 4th. The 2-2. Up high, breaking ball, full count. It's hard to see if the Golden Flashes have anybody throwing because of the alumni tent on that left field line, but it looks like we can see some balls in flight. Here's the payoff, lifted foul. Hamilton has room. 2 out.
Center fielder Nate Jones.
Here's Nate Jones, and we'll say this, Connor Wollersheim is certainly doing his part to keep the Golden Flashes' chances alive as a pitch fouled away. The next delivery is lined to short and skidding to stop it and catch it on the fly, Josh Hollander. And the inning is over. 2 line drive outs, but outs nonetheless. Stretch time at Schoonover with the local 9 needing a rally. 3-1. Get this ball game to the 8th inning. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Kent State lineup.
Leading off for the Golden Flashes will be the center fielder, Mason Memarella.
Mamarella will be the leadoff batter, and he takes a strike to the outside. Here's Devaney's 0-1. Mamarella pulls a weak grounder to first. Off the bag, Schenker flips to his pitcher covering. KSU 0 for 7 in getting the leadoff batter on. And Mamarella's really been held in check. He's 0 for 4. And that's a really big out to keep off the bases.
Right fielder, Nick Canavas.
And they do not have a lot of hard hit balls to their credit today. Just ground ball out after ground ball out. Strike 1 to Canavas. The pitch is delivered outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is squibbed back to the mound. It's kicked by Devaney, scrambles after it, throws it away. It rattles off the sidewall, and it stays in play on an E1. Oh, that's a break for the Eagles. That ball somehow stayed in play. If it goes out of the dugout, or goes into the dugout rather, Canavas is at second base.
Third baseman,
Paven Parks. So the E1 will give the Golden Flashes a chance to bring the tying run to the plate. And the first pitch to Parks misses low for a ball. There was a bit of a flinch by Wayne Krause on the first pitch. The 1-0. Parks hits one up the middle, should be 2. But it's kicked at second by Hager. Out into shallow left center, and everybody's safe on the second straight error. Oh, that's an inning-ending double play, and Hager boots it, and the Golden Flashes' door is wide open now. Wow. I am not sure what happened. We are going to get a mound visit, but Hager had a brilliant chance to turn an inning-ending double play. That ground ball was taking him right to his target, and the Eagles have made 2 errors with 1 out in the 7th inning, and the Golden Flashes now have a chance to get back in it. They're down by 2, and the tying run is on. Eastern Michigan has never won a series in Kent since the format changed to a 3-game weekend series back in the 90s. They are 9 outs away from that.
Designated hitter, Michael Turner.
EMU's last series win in this ballpark. We'll keep going back to the archives. Ground ball on a hit and run. Singles to center field does Turner. Canova scores. Parks to third. He's safe. Now the ball gets away. Here comes Parks around. We're tied. Another Eastern air, and to second base goes Turner. That's 3-3. It'll be a base hit and 1 RBI for Turner. Parks was creeping around third, and when he saw that ball squib away, he took off. Turner kept going. Now the go-ahead run at second base with only 1 out. And Greg Lewandowski will be the batter. They hit and run on the first pitch of the at-bat. Lewandowski trying to bunt with 1 down, fouls it back. Three 3-game 7th inning, the 0-1. Lewandowski checks on a ball low. It's 1-1. So Devaney trying now to keep this game tied. He pitches, and it's line foul down the left field line. 1-2. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Swinging a roller up the line, foul. It hit Lewandowski in the box. Down he goes, but quickly back to his feet. By my records, going back on the fly, it looks like it was 1977 when Eastern Michigan last won a series in this park. It would have been Gene Michael Field at that point, of course. They took a doubleheader. They swept the 2 games played. 10-3, 1-0. Now, of course, this game is tied at 3 in the 7th. And the go-ahead run at second base, 1 out. The pitch is fouled back. And really, this has all been made possible by the Eastern Michigan defense. 3 errors in the inning. And Kent State's first run today was walked in. And right now, the Golden Flashes are not in the business of declining gifts. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He tried to hold up, but he went around, and it's out number 2. And now it'll be up to Pete Schuler. Catcher Pete Schuler. And somebody who really needs a pat on the back, Connor Wollersheim. Because of him, holding the fort, the Golden Flashes offense, and if you will, the Eastern Michigan defense, allowing a chance for this game to tighten up. And it looks like it might be the end of the line for Luke DeVenny. He's well over 100 pitches, and this is in no way his fault. Now, he did have one of the 3 errors, and he'll depart with only a chance to lose the game, if you can believe that. He pitched very, very well, and he'll be out here in the 7th.
Now pitching for the Eagles, number 25, Scott Granzato.
That was too much pressure on me.
Joey, don't tell her to do anything ever again. She was stressed.
So where's the button? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even know where the button was. Oh, no. That's this guy back here. 25.
Pete Schuler will face the lefty Scott Granzato.
Get it out of the park, Pete. Like last time, anyway.
With the go-ahead run at second base and 2 outs in the 7th. 3-3 the score, the pitch. And it's at the knees, a strike. Left-hander Granzato, who worked yesterday, is ready. He pitches, and it's a strike to Schuler. Quickly, 0-2.
Come on, Pete. Don't leave him out there.
Nothing in 2. Here's the pitch, and Schuler takes just a bit low, maybe outside. It's 1-2. Go-ahead run is Turner at second base. He executed the hit and run by pulling a single into right. And the 1-2 to Schuler is fouled back. Oh, we got a mistake pitch right there and fouls it away. Still 1-2. Three, 6-3 for EMU. 3-6-0 for Kent State. It's the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball foul, and Pete Schuler is putting together a pretty good 7th inning at bat. We've talked to Jeff Duncan a lot, and he says that at times when his club doesn't seem to be hitting, he is going to do whatever it takes to maybe jumpstart them, and he has done that here with a critical hit and run. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball low, he held up 2-2. Now, of course, that was all made possible by back-to-back errors on the infield. And Schuler is still alive after that borderline pitch. I don't know that Scott Granzato is in agreement, but he's got to get right back on the rubber and deliver a 2-2 to a dangerous left-handed hitter. The pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. And that rolls out into fair territory, but Schuler's hobbling. Golden Flash is already short-handed in back of the plate. And on a cold night, Pete Schuler is going to probably have that stiffen up somewhat. Tim Del Porto will be sadly out indefinitely. But when you're thinking of Tim, Golden Flashes have his jersey hanging from the ceiling in their third base dugout. Tim getting banged up on that collision at the plate yesterday. And of course, we also are without the services of Nick Elson, who got that ball to the just above the eye. He's more likely to come back relatively soon. But now Pete Schuler, after walking it off, is back in, awaiting a 2-2 with the go-ahead run at second base. Flashes have drawn even. The 2-2. Swing and a bouncing ball headed to the right side. It sneaks into right, a base hit. Here comes Turner. Here comes the throw. Not in time. The Flashes have the lead. Pete Schuler delivers a seeing eye single to right, and the Golden Flashes have a 4-3 lead. And they are pummeling the Golden Flashes' true freshman before he gets to the dugout. What an at-bat for Pete Schuler. Just does trickle it into right. Any run, obviously, heretofore will be unearned.
Come on, Brad.
But the Golden Flashes do not care. And we are going to get another mound visit. And the entire infield will come in. A 3-run 7th inning. And it looks like it might be just a matchup situation for Granzato. Will they go to a right-hander with Hamilton coming up? Yes, they will. Timeout. House.
Stepping to the plate for the Golden Flashes, first baseman Brad Hamilton.
Brad Hamilton will face Thomas House. It's a 3-run inning, and Brad Hamilton is the 7th man to bat. Unearned runs coming across as strike 1 is delivered. Golden Flashes, though, do now have 7 hits in the game, but a very alarming 3 in the error column for Eastern Michigan. That pitch outside, ball 1. And remember, the 1 error was on what looked to be a twin killer that would have ended the inning. You can never assume that as Hamilton swings through it 1 and 2, but it sure looked to the naked eye like a tailor-made ground ball that would have ended the inning. That came after the error by the pitcher, Devaney. The 1-2 is swung on, fouled out of play. Canavas squibbed it back to the mound, and after a bobble, Devaney then ripped it past his first baseman. That was the first error. Parks then hit what looked like a double play, and it wasn't turned. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and he strikes out Hamilton, and that'll end the Golden Flashes' 7th inning. But oh, what a 7th it was. KSU now in front for the first time today. 4-3, we go to the 8th. What? Well, Connor Wollersheim has saved the day for now. He came into the 4th inning, and the Golden Flashes trailing 3-1, and all he did was throw up 4 zeros. He'll exit and give way to the Golden Flashes' solid southpaw. He's freshman Colin Rommel, who has kind of assumed the closing duties for KSU since they had the injuries to Robert Ziegler and Austin Havacost. And so Colin Rommel will attempt to keep the Golden Flashes in front. It looks like it'll be a 2-out, or I should say a 2-inning save. And, of course, Mike Birkbeck and staff have the option of going to further relievers if they so choose, and we'll see how it plays out. Big inning right here, though. You just took the lead, got the momentum, but 2, 3, and 4 coming up.
Leading off the 8th for the Eagles will be the shortstop, Max Schumann.
Max Schumann is 0 for 3 in the game. He has grounded out, lined out, and flown out. And Colin Rommel stands atop the slab. Here's his pitch, and Schumann takes strike 1. Four 7-0 for KSU, 3-6-3 for EMU. Strike 2. Lights are on at 7:42. The pitch down and away, a ball and 2 strikes. I think they've pretty much been on since the rains came in. Game was 90 minutes late in getting started. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball headed to short. Head high hop for Hollander. Fires to first. Just did get Max Schumann, who really hustles down the line.
third baseman Zach Owings.
There's a tough customer right here. Owings, 2 more hits today and the 3 RBIs yesterday. The Golden Flashes have had a hard time with him in this series. Ball State lost. And the Cardinals are the second place team in the league. There's a weak ground ball on the first pitch headed to the right side. Head high hop, Lewandowski throws him out. And Rommel has come in and gotten 2 ground balls from the 2 and 3 hitters.
Designated hitter John Rensel Jr.
And Rensel is 1 for 3. So right now, Kent State's magic number is 3. If they can get 4 more outs, it would drop to 2. And their league lead would be back to 3 games, which is what it was coming into the weekend. Pitch is down low and away, ball 1. For the Eagles, they're win or lose in good shape to get in because the teams behind them keep on losing. That pitch is a little low for ball 2. It's 2-0. They find a way year in and year out to be there. Here's a rip job up the middle, played on the glove side by Hollander. And Colin Rommel just came in and used 8 pitches to go through the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. 4-3 Flashes in the 8th. All righty, it's the 8th inning. The Golden Flashes looking to add on to what is a 4-3 lead. A 3-run 7th inning, thanks to 3 Eastern Michigan errors, and Josh Hollander takes a look at strike 1 from Thomas House. In the Eagles' 9th, it is 5, 6, and 7 slated to hit against Colin Rommel. The 0-1. Checked on it, low, 1-1. Things were not going well for KSU at about the 6th inning mark. And trailing by a score of 3-1 going into the 7th. That pitch low, 2-1. They were putting runners on at will, but they just couldn't get that big breakthrough hit. And finally got one from Michael Turner, batting 5th today. 2-1. Low, 3-1 to Hollander. Now the pitch. Strike 2, full count. The next pitch is inside, ball 4. That's the first time all game the Golden Flashes have put the leadoff batter on, and it comes in the form of a walk here in the 8th.
Left fielder Riley Hawkins.
There we have another mound visit. I would imagine, regardless of what Eric does pitching-wise here, it's still a bunt situation, and he'll make a move to what looks like a left-hander. And we'll be back.
Now pitching for the Eagles, number 31, Caleb Hester.
Caleb Hester coming into work for the Eagles and to face Riley Hawkins.
The fielder Riley Hawkins.
As I mentioned before the change, it still would cry out for a bunt, this situation, but we'll see if it's a straight-up bunt with the lefty on the mound. Flashes up 4-3 in the eighth. Caleb Hester, the lefty, is ready, and we'll get a throw over. And the reason for that is that's from the bench. It's not in any way, shape, or form to pick Hollander off. That's to see if Hawkins would square early to bunt, and he did not look like he was. Now he squares and takes it back from ball one. Pitch dropping down and away. Yeah, there have been a lot of twists and turns in tonight's game, just like yesterday. A couple of controversial calls, one going against each team. Hawkins trying to drag bunt it, fouled it back. Flashes thought they were wronged on a play up the middle. Replays confirmed they were right. Eastern Michigan, the wrong end of a bad call at third base, and who knows what would have happened in that inning. It is a swinging foul back, and it lands safely on the carpet despite a valiant attempt by Jones, the catcher. Of course, it's easy to say that that's a push, but you just don't know how either inning would have played out, what cards were coming out of the shoe next, if you will. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and Hawkins pulls a ground ball foul, so now he will have to move the runner without bunting. It looks like a tough assignment to bunt the lefty, although Hawkins seemingly with the mechanics punting more so for a hit than he was a sacrifice, but he takes a long, long look into that first base dugout, and that's where the signs come from. The 1-2. He drives it to right field, very high and far. Kaufman going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. There she goes. Sacrifice? What sacrifice? Home runs are more fun than bunts anyway. 6-3 Flashes. Boy, Riley really got around on that.
Center fielder Mason Mamarella.
Now here's Mason Mamarella. Bases are empty. 2 runs in, 5 runs since the 7th. And ball 1 delivered.
Let's go, buddy.
The next pitch. And it missed for ball 2. The 2-0. Ripped on a line right at the shortstop, and Schumann makes the snag, and Mamarella has lined out twice today.
Right fielder Nick Canavas.
Pitch to him, and it misses down and away. So after the Golden Flashes were frustrated last night by coming up empty against the EMU Penn, they have done the job in this ball game as a swing and a miss. 1-1. The next pitch, and it missed down low, 2-1.
Come on, Nick.
The next pitch to Hay, and Canavas swings through it. And it's 2-2. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. And it's 2 down.
Come on, Paven. Pave the way, buddy.
Third baseman
Paven Parks. Hester delivers, and Parks takes. Two 2-0. The next offering, and it misses high for ball 3. There's ball 4. He walks Parks on 4 pitches, and he'll take his base second walk in the inning.
designated hitter Michael Turner.
Come on, Michael.
Here's Michael Turner, a critical base hit. Ball 1 is delivered outside in the midst of that 7th inning on what looked like a hit and run. That pitch is down. It's 2-0, and out to the mound goes Jones. Flash is getting a big 2-run insurance home run from Riley Hawkins in this 8th inning to increase their lead to 6-3. Hester delivering the throw to first as he wants to keep Parks close. Now the lefty's pitch, and it's a knee-high strike, 2-1. The next pitch in there, strike 2. 2-2 the count. The left-hander's ready, and he pitches. Swing and a miss. No need to throw it. They will anyway, and Turner fans to end the inning. But Riley Hawkins leaves the yard, and the Golden Flashes now have a 3-run cushion for Colin Rommel and a chance to trim their magic number down to 2. 6-3 to the 9th.
He loves it. He freaking loves it. Well, this is one song he won't tell me to turn it down. Right. From the Eagles, the line with the catcher, Nick Jones.
Colin Rommel will try to get the second half of his 6-out save as he delivers, and the catcher, Nick Jones, takes a called strike. One strike on Jones, who is 0 for 3. The Kent State bullpen, as this is fouled at the plate, has been phenomenal. Now that includes 2 men today, but Connor Wollersheim and now Colin Rommel have been outstanding. It's hard to fathom being better than Connor Wollersheim was in this game. And you absolutely had to have it. The 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball down and away, 1-2. That's what happens. It makes it so much more manageable for an offense if your pitcher can go out there and hold the fort, hold the score. The next pitch, ripped to right. That's a hit through the right side. And a leadoff single, and the Eagles have a start to this 9th inning.
First baseman Colton Schenker.
Game started right at 5:30, in fact, just past 8 o'clock here on this Saturday night The pitch, and a breaking ball is in there. Strike called. City of Kent will have its population reduced by 30,000 over this weekend. If it isn't already there, it'll be a very strange feeling come Monday. The 0-1, and that's a little low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick Kane, who likes to arrive anywhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, throw over to first, will no longer have to worry about finding a parking spot. And we won't have to cheat out of the office early to avoid the rush hour traffic either. But it'll be quiet as that pitch is in there, a strike called, 1-2. Yeah, we like to give Nick a hard time, but it's easy to forget what a long 11-mile commute he has. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And of course, for the first time ever, you are watching a live video stream from this ballpark. The 1-2 is pulled on the right side, should be 2. Lewandowski backhand flip to Hollander, 1. On to first, call it 2. And the Golden Flashes twisted in the middle. 2 down with the bases empty.
Okay, come on, 1 more, let's go.
Right fielder Jared Kaufman. But it's been great to have that live video capability. So Nick and the folks at Golden Flashes TV doing a great job with that. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be right back at it one more time tomorrow, and that pitch low for ball 1. Three-run Flashes lead in the 8th, or make it the 9th rather. Bases are empty. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Colin Rommel delivers. Missing low, it's 3-0, and the Eagles still need a couple of base runners to bring the tying run to the plate thanks to that Riley Hawkins 2-run homer. There's strike 1 on the 3-0 pitch. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2. Now it's a full count. They could reinstate their lead in the MAC to 3 games and slice the magic number to 2. And anytime it drops that low, it can all happen in 1 game. Eli Kraus gets the ball tomorrow fittingly on Senior Day. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. A breaking ball and a beauty. Game over. Colin Rommel, a 6-out save and a win for Connor Wollersheim as the Golden Flashes erase a 3-1 7th inning deficit and rally to tie this series at 1 win apiece. They are back in front in the league by 3 games, and they have a magic number of 2. Final tonight, KSU 6, EMU 3. Who's the loss? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Make sure that the records are
even though it's unearned.
See you in a few.
Flashes with 5 runs over the last 2 innings win game 2 of this series 6-3. Tylander back with you. Keys to the game. Well, Eastern Michigan was cruising along at 3-1 when defensively the Eagles basically unraveled and committed 3 costly errors in the 7th inning that allowed the Golden Flashes not only to tie this game but also to take a 1-run lead. And then Riley Hawkins hit a 2-run home run in the 8th inning to give the Golden Flashes some breathing room. But up until that point, things were looking a little shady for the Golden Flashes before the Eagles defensively had some problems. So with the win, the Golden Flashes go back up by 3 games in the league and now have a magic number of 2. For those of you on the Golden Flashes TV stream, this is where we'll say goodnight. For those of you who want to hear Golden Flashes wrap up and a recap of the scoring, switch over to KSU Radio Network.